Okay. I know it's been a while. I just really haven't found anything that I wanted to talk about. But I just went on vacation. And I'm like, as I usually do on vacation, I just like sit back and I'm like, am I happy with my life? Am I where I want to be in my life? What do I want to do with my life? And every time I've had this reflection, I'm always like, not really happy with where I'm at. And also wanting to set goals for the future. And this time I'm actually kind of proud of myself. Rather than in the past being I don't know if disappointed is a strong word, but just not happy where I'm at. So I guess you can kind of say like vacations are like New Year's resolutions for me in a weird way, because I'm always like thinking about life, and it's the one time I kind of actually slow down and just think about everything. And since I'm happy where I'm at, all I really want to do is just kind of push myself a little bit so I can do more things that I want to do. So lately, like if you've been watching like my Holy Discourse channel, I've been watching a lot of like weight loss stuff and budgeting, and I've been watching a lot of stuff like that outside of that channel. And I'm like, I need to work on both of these. And so kind of first thing I'm trying, well, they're intertwined, so I'm kind of working on both of them at once. So as you probably know, a couple years ago I lost like 30 pounds in a year, and then I've been the exact same ever since. And it is very frustrating because I'm like, why can't I just start losing more weight? So I'm like, okay, I really got to focus on things. I really got to focus on like making meals at home, which end up being cheaper. And also like it's easier to count calories, so I can make sure that I'm under my calorie thing that I need to be under. Like calories in, calories out. Like I know this. And if you watch my Holy Discourse channel, I was watching Bradley on a Budget, and I started realizing like I'm almost spending like $300 on going out to eat. Like that could be just about my grocery bill for the month. Like I probably spent a little bit more than that, but I'm gonna take you through this month and show you what I got. So the first one that I got was a Walmart haul, and I spent like $110. And I do Walmart pickup, because it's easier, but it's also like easier to track budgeting wise. Like, oh, this is what I need, this is what I don't need, this is like this is too expensive, or oh, I can do this instead. I will say kind of watch out for the meat, because the meat, when you do Walmart pickup, at least in my experience, has been, it's like the meat's like almost expired, but like a day. So like expires like the next day. So if I'm gonna do Walmart pickup and I'm gonna get meat, I'm making sure that I have a full day allotted to being able to cook all that meat that I'm ordering, so it lasts for a long time. But the first thing I got at Walmart was I got 2 DiGiorno pizzas, because a lot of times I cut them in half, and so that'll make like 4 meals for me, and that'll be 800 calories, which I usually track in my app. I don't pay for any app, so I don't like scan stuff and make my life easier, but I'm like, I could just type it in, as long as it's close on calories and close like what the description is. I'm like, okay, because I don't do all the macros and micros and stuff like that. So yeah, this is a good start. I got some strawberries. I'd say that's probably about like 2 meals right there. And then I got a bunch of steak, which I'll probably might be able to cut in half each one. That should be around 3 ounces. We'll see what it comes out to. Because I like to keep my meat around like 3 ounces each, and then put it on naan bread that I got. I'm also gonna make grilled cheese with them, because there's like this place in Ohio that I remember growing up, and they made it with naan bread, and I was like, oh, best grilled cheese I've ever had. So I was like, gotta do it, gotta try it. And I got shaved beef, which that will be part of this guy over here. So it'll be Philly cheesesteaks. So I just got, I'm not like a veggie person really, so I got just the shaved beef, and I got that. And then I also got mozzarella. So some of this stuff is like I already have most of it already bought or prepared from like a week or two ago. I just needed more stuff. So like I only had to get mozzarellas because I already had pepperoni, and I have stuff to make like homemade bread and stuff like that. Other than I did not have milk. I had almond milk, and I did not know how that was going to go with trying to make pepperoni rolls. So yeah, so I just went with this guy. Let's see, what else do I have that is part of a meal? Well, I already have some eggs, but so I'll probably make this guy and then my other 18 eggs that I have. Hamburgers, that's my other thing. And I thought I got specific cheese for that as well. Could have swore I got cheddar, but I guess not. I don't know if I had planned to use this. I have some cheddar in my fridge already, so it doesn't really matter. So I already have hamburger stuff. I've already meal prepped that stuff. I have cheese for it already, even though I thought I had bought more so I could just freeze it. But I guess not. It's like 7 in the morning when I ordered this stuff and picked it up at like 1. So, you know. And then obviously I got some like just bathroom stuff. I got some drink mixes. If you've watched like the Bradley on the Budget stuff, he's like, I just fill up my Brita because like water's free. And I'm like, I mean, you're still paying the water company every month, but whatever. Okay. So I think my first thing that I'm going to do is I'm probably going to put like buns and stuff like that away. Any of this stuff. And then I don't see anything else that I wanted to set aside, because I already had other stuff prepared. So, alrighty, so I'm going to set that stuff away, and then I'm going to start cooking. I think I'm going to start, I'll probably wash them guys over there, if my camera will focus. And start making scrambled eggs and bacon for mornings, so I can just meal prep and be done with it. This is what happens when I get like a day or 2 off. I'm like, all right, meal prep for like the next like 2 weeks. But I haven't been doing that in the morning, and I've been noticing like I've been wanting to like eat out in the mornings and stuff like that, just because I've been working a lot. So it's like my body's like, well, you'll be tired at the end of the day, so you might as well just get food now. And it's like, no, I need to have like a set thing, and I need to have like calorie goals and all that kind of stuff if I really want to like start preparing myself to be like, okay, I want to lose weight, I want to do this, like I want to budget more, like all that other stuff. So in the background here, I'm just going to have like kind of showing how I meal prep, what I do and stuff like that. But I just kind of want to get away from that a little bit and just have that in the background. I've been really thinking about like, because throughout that month I worked really hard, and I definitely was still eating over the calories that, like, instead of eating like around 2,000, I think I was still eating like 2,500. So I was still overeating, but I wasn't eating out as much and stuff like that. So that did help like the budget a lot. I did end up saving a lot of extra money. So I'm like, okay, I still need to be doing this, but I don't remember if I ever posted the video or not, but it was on the Holy Discourse channel. But I talked about not only setting goals, but like how hard it is as an adult, because there's no due date on stuff. Like for self-improvement, you know, school always pushes you to, okay, I want to go to college. Okay, you go to college and you're like, I want to learn this. And that's what they teach you. And they structure it so they set up due dates and stuff like that. So you're learning constantly, and you're supposed to learn all this stuff in a set amount of time. And then as like, even though you're an adult then in college, but as like you get out of college,
college is like, depending on how you do it. So I went to college and I lived in like a dorm and stuff like that. And so I would say college kind of gives you a taste of being an adult, but you don't get like the full like extent of it, if that makes sense. And then once you step out of college, you're like, okay, so I gotta figure out how to pay bills. I have to figure out how to do, not that you're not paying bills in college, it's just, how do I explain this? It's like not as much, or it's only like a couple of bills. Now you have tons of bills on top of it, because instead of lumping it all into one of like the student loan and then whatever you do outside and pay with your credit card or pay with cash or whatever you do, now you have a bunch more stuff. Maybe you have an apartment, maybe you're wanting to get a house, maybe you're setting goals and stuff like that, but it's, you don't have a due date for that. Oh, I want to get a house. Okay, well, you don't have a due date for that, so you have to structure yourself of, okay, I want to do this, but I find not having the structure of it has to be done by this date is very hard to wrap my head around. And as like, I guess maybe like an ADD person, sometimes I procrastinate till the last minute. I don't want to procrastinate to the end of my life just to finally be like, do something or achieve something that I want to achieve. Whether that be, oh, I want to work out more and do better and like look better and feel better or whatever, or oh, I want to learn Spanish and do this and do that. So it's like, I need to really, like, I'm locking in on the budget stuff. Like I am. I'm locking in on that. I've locked in on losing weight before, and I've stayed steady for like almost 2 years now, year and a half, 2 years. Like I lost that 30 pounds, but I've been staying the same, just the same. And so I'm like, I need, not once, I need to start setting dates. Whether that be, there's a guy, I think it's like Fine 404, I believe, yeah, I've watched one of his videos on Holy Discourse, but he like does marathons. And so that's a set date. So maybe I do that. Maybe I look into marathons and be like, okay, I want to do this on this set date, so I know I need to hit the gym a lot, or I know I need to do this and that. And what I need to do also is like, yes, I have like an elliptical at home. Like I saved up and budgeted and all that kind of stuff to get an elliptical at home, which is really nice. But my favorite thing to do is lift weights. So maybe I get like a gym membership and really start grinding on that. I mean, right now it's starting to become summertime, so I'm going to be hiking all the time every time I get a chance. So there's not really any reason for me to do that right now. But it's like I need to start setting due dates for myself, to start improving and start doing really what I want to do and achieving what I want to achieve. And it's not for like, oh, I want to do this for work, so it helps my career and stuff. No. I don't want to be learning languages and doing all that kind of stuff to improve in work or to improve in career or whatever. This is just for me. This is what I want to do. You know, I've done the design type jobs, desk jobs and stuff. It's not for me. Like I love design. I love doing all that. But this is what I have YouTube for. I have that as an outlet. I can animate. I can let my thoughts out there. I can do all this and that. But you know, doing more of a physical labor job, it's kind of like, okay, that's what makes me happy. Like being able to complete tasks all the time and being like, okay, I'm there and I'm done. I'm there and I'm done. I just couldn't do the design because it'd be like, oh, this project's gonna take like 3 months to do. It's not, I guess not instant gratification is the thing, and just sitting there all day like at a desk, and I'm like, my back starts to hurt, everything starts to hurt, I'm not getting up and moving. Like it's just, I don't know, it's just boring. Where it's like this, if I want to animate, okay, I can animate for a couple hours. You know what, it's my day off today, I'm gonna go hike. Or you know what, I just did a physical labor job all day, so you know what, I'm just gonna sit down and animate some, or I'm gonna go on my Holy Discourse channel and give my ideas about the world or whatever, and how I release how I see the world, or whatever you want to call it. But yeah, I need to start setting goals. Well, I've set goals, but I need to start setting due dates. Because if I don't, what does my life become to? Push it off later? Do it later? And then what? Like I'm 80 and they're talking about putting me in a nursing home and I didn't do anything that I wanted to do? It's not like I want to go travel the world or anything. This is all stuff that I can do from my couch or from driving a little bit and going hiking or doing, like, I'm not going to be young forever. I need to enjoy myself. And I want to achieve stuff that makes me happy. Just instead of working and sleeping and that's it. It's like, it's nothing wrong with like a 9 to 5, but I want to achieve stuff outside of that. But yeah, kind of going back to all the meal prepping and stuff like that. Budget, I did really good. Weight, I stayed the same. I'm still 190. I am still right there. I'm hoping I gained some muscle just from walking and it starting to be warmer out, so me starting to actually be able to go do stuff. But I really need to start scheduling stuff.